Welcome back, everybody. Today we're going deep on Mr. Beast.
Mr. Beast.
Yeah, it's going to be
Really interesting.
it's going to be a good one. I think people are really interested in how he kind of turned giving into content,
Yeah.
which is so fascinating, and we'll definitely get into that. But first, we have to start at the beginning.
Right.
We're working from this really cool Curiosity stream video
Yeah.
called How Mr. Beast Grew His Channel. And it really breaks down his whole journey.
It's really well done.
Yeah, from the very, very beginning to these massive
Huge.
philanthropic ventures. So
It's amazing, right? The guy's a global icon, but he started as this shy kid.
I know.
And his story, it makes you think differently about what it means to be successful.
Sure.
Especially in this crazy digital age.
Yeah. So get this.
Okay.
The video mentions that he actually hid his YouTube ambitions from his mom for years.
Oh, wow.
Like, she just thought he was hanging out with friends online.
Oh, she had no idea.
But he was like grinding away, making videos.
That's wild. I mean, think about it. Most teenagers just want to, be teenagers.
Right.
But he had this drive to create even back then.
Yeah. And it's like he knew he had something special,
He must have.
but he wanted to prove himself before like asking for anyone's approval.
That's a really interesting point.
Yeah. And this drive, it really comes through when you look at his early life.
Okay.
Okay, so imagine a small town in North Carolina,
Got it.
and Mr. Beast, or Jimmy,
Jimmy.
was this quiet kid who like struggled in social situations.
So different from the guy we see on YouTube now.
Right. Like leading these massive challenges.
Yeah, he commands a room.
But back then, his classmates, they had no idea.
They had no idea.
He was already like obsessed with YouTube,
Yeah.
but not just watching. He was already thinking, how can I be a part of this?
Yeah, like he wasn't just passively consuming. He wanted to create.
Totally. And he was so ahead of the curve.
I know.
Like the video mentions that he even skipped college classes to film.
Wow. That's commitment.
I mean, you can see that work ethic even back then, right? Like it wasn't about getting famous overnight.
No.
It was about grinding and experimenting and learning.
With every video.
Yeah. So going back to his mom not knowing,
Oh, okay.
the video shares this funny story where she would tell him to stop talking to a certain friend online.
Like a specific friend.
Yeah, because he was being loud.
Oh.
But it turned out he wasn't chatting at all.
What?
He was recording.
Oh, that's hilarious.
It's so funny looking back on it.
It really is.
But it also shows a certain humility, you know?
Yeah, like he wanted to hone his craft in secret
Right.
before showing it to the world.
Okay, now this part really got me. So Mr. Beast has Crohn's disease,
Yeah.
and it hit him hard as a teenager.
I can imagine.
He went from this passionate baseball player
Oh.
to being totally sidelined.
By the disease?
Yeah, by like pain and exhaustion.
That's so tough.
And I think a lot of people would have just given up.
It would be easy to.
Right, but that's where his resilience comes in.
Okay.
He didn't dwell on the setback.
It just kept going.
Yeah, he poured all his energy into YouTube.
That's amazing.
And this is where the story starts to take shape.
Okay.
His early content was kind of all over the place.
Like, what do you mean?
Like commentary videos,
Yeah.
gaming,
Mm-hmm.
and then these weird challenges
Challenges. Okay.
that you just wouldn't expect to go viral.
Right. Like counting to 100,000.
Yeah.
Or watching It's Everyday Bro on repeat.
Oh my gosh, for like 10 hours straight.
It's crazy, but it obviously worked.
It makes you wonder though, like what was he going for?
Yeah. What was the goal?
Yeah,
Just to be shocking.
right.
Well, I think there's definitely an element of that, like tapping into that internet love of the absurd.
Yeah,
But if you look closely, these early videos are more than just random.
more than just random.
Yeah, they're actually really well constructed to get people engaged.
Okay, how so?
Well, think about it, like counting to 100,000.
It sounds so boring.
Right, it's tedious, but he turns it into this endurance challenge.
Okay.
It's him versus the impossible. And that creates suspense. Like, will he actually do it?
I get that. And like, it's every day, bro.
Oh, God.
That song was like a meme,
It was.
but it was also super repetitive and
Yeah, not a good song.
not a good song. So watching it for 10 hours,
Oh, it must have been torture.
pure torture.
But it's funny because it's so over the top,
Yeah,
And again, there's that suspense, like, will he break? Will he give up?
right.
He's playing with our emotions.
So he's not just being random.
No.
He's taking these moments
Yeah,
and turning them into something unique.
exactly. And the key is nobody else was doing this at the time.
Right. He was creating his own style.
Yeah, his own brand of entertainment.
That was both like captivating and absurd.
Totally.
And then this is where his iterative approach comes in.
Okay.
He's constantly experimenting,
Yeah.
analyzing what works,
Yeah.
and refining his craft.
It's a feedback loop, right?
Yep.
He's looking at the comments, the views, the
Yeah.
engagement.
And he uses that to make his next video even better.
It's such a good lesson for anyone building a following online.
Right.
Be data-driven, be adaptable, and evolve.
I love that.
Mr. Beast.
Okay, so he's built this huge fan base with this crazy entertainment,
Right.
but then there's this pivotal moment
Okay.
where things shift.
They shift.
He starts integrating giving into his content.
And that's where it gets really interesting.
So up until this point, it was all challenges and stunts.
Yeah, pushing the boundaries.
But now the philanthropic seeds are planted.
Okay.
The video talks about this $5,000 brand deal
$5,000.
that he was offered.
Okay.
And instead of taking the money,
What did he do?
he negotiated for $10,000
Wow.
and gave it all to a homeless person.
Oh, wow. Okay, some people might call that a publicity stunt,
Yeah,
but I think there's genuine altruism there, too.
I think so too.
Like, he really wanted to help.
And he knew it would make good content.
Yeah, that's the savvy part.
And it's not just about the shock value of giving away money either.
Right.
Remember those videos where he tipped pizza delivery drivers with like hundreds of dollars?
Oh, yeah, sometimes even thousands.
Their reactions were so real.
So
It
heartwarming.
wasn't just about the cash.
No.
He was creating these mini stories
Yeah.
of unexpected kindness
And that connects with people.
on a deeper level.
Totally.
It's like he found this formula.
What a formula.
Blend entertainment with giving, and you have something special.
Yeah.
But it's not just entertainment.
It's not.
He's tapping into this human need,
Okay.
like the desire to see good things happen,
we all want that.
right? So he's got this formula working.
Okay.
But then things get even more interesting.
Or interesting.
He starts leveraging brand deals
Okay.
to fund even bigger acts of giving.
So smart.
It's brilliant.
Tell me more.
He realized he could attract sponsors who would pay big bucks.
To be associated with his giving.
Exactly. And that allows him to fund these huge projects.
It's a positive feedback loop.
It is. Okay, so we've covered a lot. From his shy beginnings
Right.
to the rise of his channel.
Yeah.
And that turning point where giving takes center stage.
Okay.
Up next, we'll dive into how he scales up his efforts from Team Trees to his food bank initiatives.
Sounds good.
Buckle up. Things are about to get inspiring.
Can't wait.
Okay, so we left off talking about how Mr. Beast discovered that weaving giving into his content wasn't just personally fulfilling,
Right.
but it was incredibly engaging
Yeah.
for his audience.
Yeah.
And that leads us to what a lot of people consider a major turning point.
Okay.
Team Trees,
Team Trees. Yeah.
planting 20 million trees.
It's hard to even imagine.
It's just this massive goal.
Huge.
And what's so remarkable is that it wasn't just Mr. Beast like writing a big check.
Right.
It was about getting an entire community involved.
That's what made it so special.
It was a collective effort
Yeah.
to like make a tangible impact on the environment.
The video highlights how he partnered with other YouTubers.
Oh yeah, he brought in like Mark Rober, who's
A NASA guy.
yeah, he's a former NASA engineer,
Right.
and he does all this science communication
Don't
stuff.
love his videos.
They're so good.
He's so smart.
And Mr. Beast also teamed up with the Arbor Day Foundation,
Okay.
which they've been planting trees for like decades.
So they know what they're doing.
Yeah, and that's a key point.
Okay.
Mr. Beast realized that to achieve something this big,
Mm-hmm.
he needed to collaborate.
Yeah. Bring in the experts.
Right. People with the knowledge and the resources.
So it wasn't just about the spectacle.
No, it was about creating a campaign that would actually work.
A sustainable campaign.
Yeah. And then there's that message,
What message?
like $1 equals one tree.
Oh, yeah, so simple.
It made giving accessible to everyone.
Yeah, you didn't have to be rich to participate.
I remember watching the donation counter tick up.
It was crazy.
It was amazing how quickly those small contributions added up.
The video says that the median donation was only $4.
$4!
That's incredible.
Yeah.
It shows that anyone can make a difference.
Right? Like you don't have to be a millionaire to have an impact.
Small acts multiplied become significant.
Love that. And the results were amazing.
They hit the goal.
They hit the 20 million tree goal
Wow.
in just a few months.
That's amazing.
It's mind-blowing.
It really shows the power of online communities.
Totally.
And I think it's important to note
Okay.
that Team Trees wasn't just about planting trees.
It was about more than that.
It was about raising awareness
Yeah.
about the environment and inspiring people to care.
To take action.
Exactly. And this commitment to using his platform for good,
Mm-hmm.
it became even more apparent during COVID,
Oh, yeah.
which was obviously a difficult time for so many people.
Absolutely.
And instead of retreating,
Or just focusing on entertainment.
yeah,
Mr. Beast leaned in
Okay.
and used his platform to address those real needs
Real needs.
in his community and beyond.
I remember that video where he gave away money over Zoom
Oh, yeah.
to people who lost their jobs.
It was like a virtual lifeline.
It was-
for so many families who were struggling.
It was more than just the money, though.
Yeah, what do you mean?
It was about hope,
Okay,
showing people that they weren't alone.
right. And it went beyond just financial assistance, too.
Oh, yeah.
He partnered with Smithfield,
Smithfield.
the food company,
Okay.
to donate millions of meals.
Millions.
Yeah, to food banks all over the country.
That's incredible.
And this was at a time when food insecurity
Yeah.
was just skyrocketing because of COVID.
His efforts really made a difference.
They did. It's inspiring to see how his giving evolved
Diesel.
from those random acts of kindness
Right.
to these larger initiatives.
Addressing systemic issues.
Exactly. And that brings us to Mr. Beast Philanthropy.
Okay.
It's not just a name.
It's a whole new model for giving.
Why, especially in the digital age.
Launching a separate YouTube channel.
Yeah.
Just for his food bank initiative.
It was a genius move.
It was.
What's so fascinating is that he turned his giving into a content engine.
Explain that.
So instead of relying on like one-time donation
Okay.
or traditional fundraising,
Yeah.
the ad revenue from Mr. Beast Philanthropy
Oh, I see.
directly funds the food bank.
It's self-sustaining.
It is. Like, he's using YouTube's monetization
Yeah.
to generate a consistent stream of income.
For a cause he really cares about.
It's brilliant.
It's like he hacked the system.
He did.
This could inspire other creators
I hope so.
to do the same thing.
Like, he's democratizing philanthropy
Yeah, showing that anyone with a platform
and a dedicated audience.
can make a real impact.
And he's not content with just running one food bank.
No,
The video talks about his vision of expanding
expanding.
across the U.S.
Right.
and then internationally.
That's a huge goal.
It's ambitious, but knowing Mr. Beast,
He might just pull it off.
I think he will. And it's not just about distributing food either.
It's about more than that.
He wants to create a sustainable system,
Right.
partnering with local organizations,
Mhm.
sourcing food efficiently, and empowering communities.
Long-term thinking.
It is okay. So we've seen how he scaled up his giving with Team Trees,
Yeah.
and created this innovative model with Mr. Beast Philanthropy.
Right.
But there's this other layer to his story
Okay.
that I find both fascinating and kind of controversial.
What's that?
His selfish giving.
Oh, yeah. That's a whole other conversation.
It's a hot topic.
It is. Mr. Beast has said multiple times that he helps people because it makes him happy.
And that's sparked a lot of debate.
Oh, yeah.
Some people think it diminishes his giving.
Like it's not genuine.
But honestly, I find it refreshing.
I kind of agree.
We were just talking about Mr. Beast's selfish giving.
Right. And how it kind of challenges how we think about philanthropy.
Yeah, it's a tricky thing because he's so open about, getting personal satisfaction from helping others.
And that rubs some people the wrong way.
It does. But I think we need to remember the context here.
What do you mean?
Well, Mr. Beast is working in this unique space
Oh.
where content creation meets philanthropy.
Right. It's not your typical charity.
It's not, he's built this whole entertainment empire.
By engaging viewers.
Yeah, so his personality is always going to be a part of it.
So some people might be uncomfortable with that.
Yeah, but I think there's value in recognizing
Mm.
that personal fulfillment can drive positive change.
Okay, so the video doesn't really go into this,
Right.
but what are your thoughts on the downsides?
Of tying philanthropy to personal gain.
Yeah, are there risks?
That's a great question, and I think it comes down to intention.
Intention.
Like if the main goal is self-promotion
Okay.
and helping others is just an afterthought,
Yeah.
then it becomes a problem.
Right, you're exploiting people's struggles.
Yeah, which is not okay.
So it's a balancing act.
It is. Mr. Beast has said that seeing the impact of his actions
Mm-hmm.
makes him want to do more.
Yeah,
And that feels genuine to me.
I think so too.
But it's a fine line.
It is. There's always the risk of becoming self-serving.
But I think for the most part, he's navigated it pretty well.
The video shows how he's careful about the logistics.
Yeah, he partners with good organizations.
Right.
And makes sure the donations are used properly.
Transparency is important.
It is.
Yeah.
And he's focused on those sustainable solutions.
Not just throwing money at a problem.
It's about making a real difference long term.
And I think that shows a real commitment to doing good.
Even if it's tied to his entertainment and his brand.
Right, it's complex.
It is. But it's fascinating how he's blurred the lines
The line.
between entertainment and philanthropy.
He's created something new.
And it's really impactful,
He's tapped into something.
especially with younger generations.
Yeah, they're not interested in old school giving.
Right, they want authenticity.
and action.
Mr. Beast makes giving cool.
He does.
Like it's aspirational
I see that.
with the challenges and the sets.
Yeah, it's like a movie.
It's entertaining, but also effective.
In raising awareness and inspiring action.
Right, and his reach is huge.
Billions of
He's not just entertaining.
Yeah. He's sparking conversations.
Yeah, and maybe even inspiring a whole new wave of philanthropists.
That would be amazing.
So how did he go from shy gamer to this philanthropic icon?
It's a good question.
I think it's a combination of things.
Okay.
Hard work,
Mm-hmm.
creativity,
Yeah.
taking risks,
Definitely.
and that genuine desire to make a difference.
I think you nailed it.
And the crazy thing is,
What?
his story is still being written.
He's not done yet.
He's always pushing boundaries.
And experimenting.
It's exciting to see what he'll do next.
He's shown that anything is possible.
If you have the passion and the
And
creativity,
the commitment to making the world a better place.
well said.
So I think it's time to wrap up this deep dive.
It has been a fascinating look at Mr. Beast's journey.
And a future of giving.
Thanks for joining us today.
It was fun.
We hope you enjoyed this deep dive into the world of Mr. Beast.
Yeah.
Until next time, keep learning, keep exploring, and keep spreading that kindness.